My sister-in-law looked completely shocked and embarrassed. Honestly, I was pretty surprised too. Su Xiao laid it all out there, spilling every single detail about me and my family. I couldn't help but wonder, how did she know all that? She went on to say, when Lin Juanzhou was broke, you didn't treat him like family. But now that he's got money, you just show up here with a straight face? You're nothing but a shameless bunch. Just hearing that almost made my blood boil. I have no idea how Lin Juanzhou put up with them for 28 years. If it were me, I would have cut them off a long time ago. I definitely wouldn't have waited until now. The whole neighborhood was watching the drama unfold. My mom and sister-in-law covered their faces in shame and practically ran away. The security guard walked up to me and said, "Don't worry, Mr. Lin. These people will never be allowed back in." I nodded and thanked him. With no more show to watch, the crowd dispersed. Su Xiao was standing right in front of me, smiling. Her eyes curved like little crescent moons. She looked so beautiful and pure. I thanked her too. She told me not to be so formal, saying she'd actually disliked my sister-in-law for a long time. One day in early December, I had just gotten off work and ran into my oldest uncle. He told me my brother was beyond saving. My uncle said my brother's 2 million was completely gone. He couldn't save the house. Since it was mortgaged, the bank just took it. They went from 4 apartments down to 3. The Southside apartment had even trended online a few times because of serious quality issues. It was basically a lost cause. The other 2 apartments were mortgaged too. My brother and sister-in-law were arguing every single day. She'd yell, "I'm telling you to stop drinking. What are you even doing every month? We're paying an insane mortgage, and you don't even have a job. How are we supposed to live like this?" My mom kept defending my brother, but the second she opened her mouth, my sister-in-law would scream in her face. She'd say, "Isn't he your eldest son? Isn't he supposed to be the pillar of the family? Didn't you always say he could handle anything? He's just a useless loser you gave birth to. Lin Juanzhou was actually worth something, and you kicked him out. You are completely blind. You've wasted your whole life being an idiot." She acted like my divorce had nothing to do with her, but it didn't matter anymore. She said, "Divorce. Lily, get mad if you want, but why are we even talking about divorce? Lin Yuehan, if you're still a man, we're getting divorced today." In the end, my brother agreed. But before they could even leave the house, something even worse hit them. Strangers showed up, demanding to know who they were and what they wanted. My brother had tried to win back his losses by gambling and ended up losing all the houses. On top of that, he owed 500,000 in gambling debts. Some people hit rock bottom and fight their way back up. Others look for shortcuts and end up falling into the abyss. Clearly, my brother was the latter. When my sister-in-law asked about the gambling debts and the lost house, my brother could only hang his head. But when debt collectors come knocking, you can't just hide and pretend nothing happened. They kept demanding, "When are you going to pay?" My mom collapsed on the floor in total despair. She couldn't believe the son she loved the most, the perfect kid she had raised with so much care, had taken a path of no return. She cried out, "The house is gone. We've lost everything. Why, Juanzhou? Tell me why." My cousin hadn't been a good son to my uncle. Except for a few sighs, my uncle told the story very calmly. He didn't ask me to come back, and he didn't ask me for money to help out. He just patted my shoulder and said sincerely, "Juanzhou, that family isn't worth it. Just live your own life." At the end of December, the company held its annual dinner, and I won the Best Performance Award. I was getting promoted again next year, and my salary was going to double. I don't handle alcohol well, but I couldn't turn down all the toasts. I drank way too much, and my stomach was burning, but I was incredibly happy. Working and learning alongside people who share your goals is a real blessing. I pulled out my phone, but before I could even call a ride, Su Xiao and a few debt collectors blocked my way. My brother and mom had already disappeared. The collectors could only track down my sister-in-law, and she brought them straight to me. I wasn't surprised at all. That was totally her style. She had a red slap mark on her face and bloodshot eyes. She grabbed my arm, crying, "Juanzhou, your sister-in-law has no way out. Your brother and mom have run away. Where am I supposed to get the money? It's 500,000 wones. Could you please?" My drunkenness vanished instantly. I cut her off with a half smile and asked, "You want me to pay that 500,000? To me, 500,000 is an impossible number. But she kept saying, "You have so much money. To you, 500,000 is like 50 bucks. I told her my money doesn't grow on trees either. I didn't want to keep arguing with them. I broke free from my sister-in-law's grip. But the second I took a step, her fierce brother grabbed me by the neck.